While setting the table, my husband asked how many people I'd told. I froze with a plate in my hand. Told what? He didn't look up. Just kept folding napkins like he always did before dinner parties. How many people know about us? My stomach dropped. I set the plate down slowly. Know what about us? That's when he finally looked at me. His eyes were cold, different. I'd been married to this man for 7 years and I'd never seen that expression before. Don't play dumb. He said it so calmly it made my skin crawl. I found the emails. What emails? My voice cracked. The ones between you and your sister. About what you saw. My hands started shaking. I hadn't told anyone except my sister. One person, one conversation, 3 weeks ago. Let me explain what I saw. I came home early from my business trip last month. Flight got canceled, rebooked for the next morning, decided to surprise my husband. When I pulled into the driveway at 11 p.m., there was a car I didn't recognize parked on the street. I walked in quietly. The house was dark except for the basement light. I heard voices, my husband's and someone else's. I crept down the stairs and saw them through the crack in the door. My husband and 3 other men sitting around a table covered in papers, maps, photographs of houses in our neighborhood. One of the men said, "The Langfords leave for vacation Friday. Security system is outdated. We hit it Saturday night." My husband nodded. "I'll make sure the neighborhood watch report shows nothing suspicious that week." I backed up the stairs so fast I nearly fell. Got in my car and drove to a hotel. Pretended my flight was never canceled. Came home the next day like nothing happened. For 3 weeks, I watched my husband smile at me over breakfast, kiss me goodbye, ask about my day, all while knowing he was part of something I couldn't understand. I only told my sister because I was terrified. I needed someone to know in case something happened to me. Now he was standing in our dining room asking how many people knew. "Just her," I whispered. "Just my sister." He set down the napkin and walked toward me. I backed into the china cabinet. "I wish you hadn't done that," he said. My phone was in the kitchen, too far. The front door was behind him. "I'm not going to hurt you," he said, reading my face, "but we need to talk before the guests arrive." "What guests?" The doorbell rang. My husband smiled and walked past me to answer it. 3 men walked in. I recognized 2 of them from the basement. "She knows," my husband said simply. One of the men sighed. "How much?" "Everything," I said, finding my voice. "I saw your meeting. I know you're planning to rob the Langfords." The room went silent. Then all 4 of them started laughing. My husband walked over and put his arm around me. "Honey, we're not robbing anyone." "Then what were you planning?" He looked at the other men. One of them nodded. "We're FBI," my husband said. "All of us. The Langfords aren't victims. They're running a money laundering operation out of their basement. We've been building a case for 2 years. I stared at him. "You're FBI? You sell insurance. That's my cover." He pulled out a badge from his pocket. "I've wanted to tell you for years, but it wasn't safe. Not until now." "Why now?" "Because we're arresting them tonight, and I needed you to know before it hits the news tomorrow." I looked at the badge, then at the men, then at my husband. "So you're not a criminal?" "No." "And you didn't bring me here to kill me?" He laughed. "No, baby. I brought you here because the arrest is happening at 8 p.m., and I need you to act normal at this dinner party for 2 more hours." "Who's coming to dinner?" "The Langfords." He smiled. "And they have no idea it's their last meal as free people." The doorbell rang again. My husband straightened his tie. "That's them. Remember, act normal." I spent the next 2 hours serving pot roast to a couple who had no idea federal agents were sitting at their table. At exactly 8 p.m., my husband excused himself to use the bathroom. He came back with handcuffs. The Langfords are serving 15 years now, and my husband finally told me everything about his real job. Turns out the man I married was way more interesting than I thought.